Did you put Christmas on a credit card? Don't stress out about that extra holiday spending. SaveWithConrad.com can help you consolidate all of your high interest rate credit cards into one much lower monthly payment. SaveWithConrad.com has helped families just like yours save up to $800 a month. You don't need perfect credit or money out of your pocket. And did I mention no payments until March? So don't make saving money a resolution next year. Make it happen today at SaveWithConrad.com.
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to WHW Monday. Tony Schiavone and Conrad Thompson.
Jim Crockett for Starrcade, 605 NWA. TV title, Cajun Omni, the Bunkhouse Stampede. Flair and Horseman, Garvin, Bogey, Magnum, Dusty, Express Tag Team. Turner, Barton, Mid-South Joint World Championship Wrestling.
Talking about the great years of World Championship Wrestling, the NWA, and Jim Crockett Promotions.
Tony and friends thought they win. Look, Schiavone's back again. World title split off center stage. Bischoff, Disney, Hogan, and Nitro. New World Order and the Crow. Thunder, Russo, Arquette, Champ, Vinnie, Matt, simulcast. Tony's back with Conrad, not your classy podcast. Watch along, try not to laugh. Lowest rules can't pass. This wasn't the initial plan. Tom Zigg's a good-looking man. Klondike Bill, make a chant. Tommy, you come over here.
What happened when? WHW Monday. And now, let's go to the ring. And here's your co-host. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson.
Hey, it's Conrad, the mortgage guy, and by God, I love that original theme song. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We're joined, of course, by the voice of your childhood, Tony Schiavone. Tony, what's going on, man? How are you?
Yeah, that original song and that original footage was pretty cool, wasn't it? Especially the greatest moment in the history of professional wrestling, me getting hit in the face with a pie by Bozo.
Was that a real highlight reel for you?
For me, no doubt.
Let me ask you this. Did you get to spend any time with Bozo this past Wednesday in downtown Nashville?
A lot of Bozos.
No. The Bozo.
Oh, you're talking about the Bojangles champ?
Nope. You're thinking about Winston-Salem. I'm talking about Nashville on Wednesday. I can't believe you have lost sight of this, but you hung out with the actual real deal Bozo this past Wednesday night.
You?
I can't believe you don't know this.
Jeff Jarrett?
David Arquette owns Bozo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the former WCW world champion, the biggest star in the history of the Scream franchise, Hollywood elite, your friend and mine, David Arquette, owns Bozo, Tony.
You know, I saw David when they shot him on the big screen. I didn't get to talk to him at all. So, and I didn't know he owns Bozo.
He owns Bozo. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking what you're thinking, we need to have a Tony Schiavone Bozo reunion in AEW.
Wow.
Are you here for it?
Absolutely. Blue. I need Cookie here too.
I mean, you told me this past week in Winston-Salem, you haven't had Cookie since Nitro was on the air.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, how was your weekend?
Man, it was fantastic. We had a blast. You and I got to hang out at Wrestlecade. Want to give some shout outs to Wrestlecade. Tracy Myers and Brian Hawks continue to do a phenomenal job. And what a great time you and I got to have hanging out with our gimmick attorney, our great close personal friend, Michael Dawkins, and one of AEW's youngest and brightest, Adam Priest, and that nothing happening son of a plumber, Cassio Kid. Is that night the best ragtag crew in the history of Mexican dinners or what?
Wow, that was great. My entire outfit when I went back to the hotel that night smelled of fajitas.
Yeah.
No doubt. But we did have a good time and it was a lot of fun. I appreciate Mike Dawkins hanging out with me, being my right-hand guy there, and great conversationalist. So we had some good time. I told Mike, I said, you know what? I think I can make a little bit more money if I charge like $50 for handshakes. Because there's a lot of people came by and said, just want to shake your hand, tell you how much you meant to me. And, I appreciate all those people doing that. I really do. Not everybody can shell out the money to buy a signed card or a signed book or a bobblehead or even a picture or an autographed photo. And I get that. And I get that when you're in a room with some big stars, these people want to save their money for those big stars. So I said, maybe $50 for a handshake. And then if you eyeball me, I'm going to charge you $25. But we had a great time, met a lot of great people. And it was good. It was my second one. I'm not going to go to them every year.
Your second WrestleCade. Let's just let everybody know. Yeah.
Second WrestleCade, right. So anyway, it was a great time. And only 4.5 hours from Atlanta. I thought it was much further than that. So it didn't take long to get there at all. You drove down too, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We originally I had planned to fly there, but I had some buddies tag along with me, so we made a road trip out of it, and we actually had a lot of fun at WrestleCade. But we may have had just as much fun on the car ride there and the car ride home. I know that people always complain about the travel in wrestling, and buddy, the schedule can be brutal. I can't imagine, especially back in the day when you're zigzagging all over the country and you got 5 a.m. planes and all that. But piling in 3 or 4 to a car with some of your buddies and just shooting the shit, that's kind of hard to beat.
I've said it before. Anybody who's been in wrestling for a period of time, like I have, and of course, worked in the territories, like I did. I worked at the end of the territories and did some ring announcing with Jim Crockett. And even today, when I get a chance to ride, some days we have an extended day or extended couple of days. We go from one town to the other. Very rarely. It is the best part of wrestling. Any wrestler will tell you that. The best part, except getting paid, but the best part is hanging out and the stories you tell and the camaraderie. And as you would say, the fellowship that you have. There's nothing like it. And it's the best part of it. And I'm sure you guys going from Winston-Salem to Alabama had a great time.
We did have a great time. I do want to ask you, as we're talking about WrestleCade, it was a who's who of wrestling personalities. Everybody from Jay-Z, the Chicken Champ, on down the line. Lots of cosplay, lots of wrestling legends, lots of current stars. But every now and again, you'll see somebody that you don't expect at one of these events. And I'm curious, hypothetically, you said you were going to charge for handshakes. What if, hypothetically, next year, we could get you a booth at WrestleCade, or maybe we'll do it at Starrcast.
Okay.
But we need to have you in a booth, or at least one booth over from this fella.
My God, that's David Arquette as Bozo.
Yeah, because he owns the shit.
Well, okay.
How great is that, dude? I think you guys should do meet and greets with the big gold belt, the greatest night in the history of our great sport. You could probably do something awesome for some kids charity or some dog charity. Tony Schiavone and Bozo. Let's make it happen next year at Starrcast.
Does Justin Roberts know that David Arquette owns Bozo? Because Justin, growing up in Chicago, was an unbelievably big Bozo fan, and I believe he even went to Bozo's at WGN. Went to some of the Bozo tapings there, and that's incredible. Does David Arquette own it because he wants to be Bozo? Is that it?
I think he loves Bozo. Here's what we should do. Why don't we try to, in the coming weeks, see if we can't get David Arquette to come on, watch some wrestling with us, and talk about Bozo.
I think that'd be great.
I kind of forgot what a big Bozo fan you were, and I know we never talked about this, or we haven't in a long time. But it was my favorite show as a kid.
Right.
I watched it every single day. My parents knew, like, every year for my birthday, they would ask what I want, and I would say, I want to go play the ball toss gimmick with Bozo.
Huh.
And we actually did gimmicks like that at my house. Like, they got me the little set and we would recreate the set, and like I got pretty decent at it. So I was a huge Bozo kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Dave is telling us it's Bozo's grand prize game. Well, I did that shit, boy, and I was all about it. And the idea that this guy was just hanging around at your job this past Wednesday, we should make this happen.
Yeah, I think we should. We'll work on that immediately.
Gonna have some fun here. We greatly appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We had a fun Thanksgiving here at the Thompson household. How was Thanksgiving this year for the Shabantos?
It was great. As a matter of fact, the entire week was incredible in many ways, very sad in other ways. Of course, you and I haven't talked since Thanksgiving or since even last Wednesday in Nashville, but the week started on Monday with me, and I had to work here in the office and putting together or shooting, I guess I should say, the leads for the Continental Classic. I was going to say countdown show, but that would be the Continental Classic release. And then Tuesday, I fly up and back to Raleigh the day to Bob Cottle's funeral, which was very sad. David Crockett was there, and Dick Bourne.
I hate to be this guy because I know this is a terrible question to ask, but I don't know another way to ask it. How was Bob's funeral?
It was sad, like all funerals are. His family was there. David Crockett and I were there. Of course, Dick Bourne was there. David Chappell was there. The two guys that put together Mid-Atlantic Gateway. And it was a very, very small crowd. Gary Capetta was there, believe it or not. I hadn't seen Gary in a long time. He just happened to be in the area and had read about Bob's funeral, was there. It was a very small crowd, but we got to talk. I got to talk to his grandchildren a lot. They were all very appreciative of what I had said on AEW TV about Bob. They all saw it because Dick Bourne made sure they all saw it.
That's great.
And I told stories of Bob. I had a couple of Bob stories that I thought were pretty cool, and they enjoyed that. So it was a very, very nice time to be able to visit with his family. And when you pass away at 95 years old, you've lived a great long life. And he and Jackie had been married 76 years, and she had died in April. So they had a wonderful life together. They really, really did. So we want to feel that funerals are celebrations of life. Some are, some maybe are not, but that one definitely was. So I flew back from Raleigh and then drove to Nashville to do 2 shows, and then drove back home and got back at 4 a.m. Thanksgiving, and Lois fixed a very nice Thanksgiving dinner for the 2 of us. How about that?
Wow, just the 2 of you.
Just the 2 of us. She did a great job, and we had a lot of fun. And then just as I'm pushing back from the table and eating the most I've eaten all year in one setting, I get a text from Eddie Kingston that said, "Happy Thanksgiving, you fuck." And I went, well, that tops off a great Thanksgiving. And then I drive to Winston-Salem on Friday, spend Friday night, Saturday night, drive back Sunday, which is yesterday as we're taping. So it was a very, very full week and a very great Thanksgiving. How about at your house?
Fantastic. Had a house full of fam. We did it late in the evening. Did it more potluck style this year. It was the most low-key, stress-free, enjoyable, fun Thanksgiving in a long time. And then, as you know, I'm working on a project right now, and we had some fun with that in Winston-Salem and greatly appreciate your help. And the rumor and innuendo is you enjoyed it more than you imagined.
More than I imagined.
Mr. Mike Dawkins said, boy, Tony was very complimentary and said, I'd always heard that guy was an asshole, but that was actually pretty fun. And I thought that, boy, that's amazing.
Yeah, right. You just never know. I mean, here's the way I always approach life, and it's the right way to do it, gang. Here's a little tip from an old man. Regardless what people say about other people, judge people on your own, how they treat you.
Yes,
how they interact with you. Not, well, he was an asshole to me, or he's a jerk, or I never did like him. Get to know that person, judge that person on your own, and like or dislike that person based on your experience, not everybody else's.
I feel like right now we should have that "the more you know" banner pop up. But here's what we do know. We're going to be watching some absolute insanity today.
I love insanity.
Monsters of the Mat from July of 1987. I can't wait for us to talk about that. But before we do, we need to hit you with another one of those. The more you know.
Okay.
Tony, if you wanted to get your ding dong so hard even a cat couldn't scratch it, what should we do, brother?
Call on Blue Chew.
Come on now. It's like a hot tag for your wiener. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. Think of it as like a cheat code for your gimmick. If you're looking for stronger gimmicks, harder gimmicks, longer lasting gimmicks, if you need your gimmick to get like a pep talk and a gym membership, Blue Chew can help. It's like the secret sauce. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Now Tony Schiavone carries his Encyclopedia Britannica everywhere. Yeah, he went from hog watching to hog playing. He's off the bench. The sixth man is Blue Chew. Guys, we're not just talking about your performance. We're talking about your legacy or your third legacy. And you're going to be working stiff. You're going to be working snug. You're going to get 5 stars on Cage Match. You're going to give her group chat something to talk about. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. It's going to make your wiener feel like it's Kenny Omega all of a sudden. You're going to be pulling out spots left and right. And right now we got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use the promo code WHW at checkout and pay the $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head on over to bluechew.com for details and important safety information. And a big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring today's podcast. Tony, we're gonna have some fun here watching some old silly wrestling. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Do I know any of these guys that are in these matches?
I don't think so.
Even makes it better.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
Is there commentary on it?
Oh yeah, and we can play the audio real quick. I want to give a little love. We're bringing you all of this footage thanks to our friends, and you already know where we're going to be talking about here. Mm-hmm. We brag about them every single week. We watch some of their stuff. And Silva's got all the information for you on the screen here. And of course, in the details for today's episode about how you can become a part of Ultimate Classic Wrestling. We're talking about classicwrestling.net. And if you use our promo code Conrad30, you'll save up to 30% off when you sign up at classicwrestling.net. You can watch what we're about to watch and a whole lot more. I'm talking tens of thousands of hours on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, the Google App Store. Doesn't get any easier. classicwrestling.net, and just download it right now, man. Use that promo code Conrad30 and save you 30% off at classicwrestling.net. But yeah, listen, I gotta admit, this is something that predates my fandom, Tony. It's incredibly obscure. I guess we would call it like the last grasp of Chicago promoter Bob Luce, who had promoted Chicago at the peak of the AWA, co-promoting with Dick the Bruiser's WWA. And at this point, it's just like insane, bizarre indie wrestling. And, well, it's going to be a little silly. So let's buckle up, Buttercup, and we'll watch it and track it together. Tony, do you have a countdown for us?
I do not, but I can count you down right now myself.
Okay, let's do it.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Welcome to the Monsters of the Mat. I've decided to add a little class to this show. Stay tuned, brothers and sisters. From Chicago, it's Monsters of the Mat. And if you think I'm kidding, baby, take a look at this. That's a monster. A monster. Ooh, baby. Stay tuned and see the greatest show in sports. Monsters of the Mat. Tell them, brother.
You're watching Bruiser Bedlam. 1 hour of the most terrific, ferocious, mean wrestling in the world. And in today's matches, you're going to see, first of all, the Wild Man versus El Bracero. You're going to see the Kentucky Butcher. You're going to see Graham and Kent. You're going to see Sam Botek in a match. He's the referee.
Was that Bruiser Brody? I mean, not Bruiser Brody. Was that Dick the Bruiser?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
You know all about your dick bruises, don't you?
Man, I do. How about that guy at the beginning? I think he blew up. He was done. He was done. Oh, Dick the Bruiser is a part of this one. Very good.
Take a look at this.
The Wild Man with the advantage. He has the height over him, Terry. But Bracero trying to get those hands down to the mat. And let's
That's
see
the
what Bracero has
Polynesian
in store
Wild
for the
Man.
Polynesian Wild Man, if he can do it.
Against Salvasaro.
Bracero turns those hands around. Nope, miss, drop kick. And the Wild Man down. Whoa, what hit me? Wild Man wasn't ready for that.
I don't think so, Terry. You know, he wants to shake hands.
How about the Miller Lite sponsorship right on the canvas? Isn't that cool?
I was thinking that at least they have somebody get a sponsorship, which is pretty darn cool, right?
Somebody's paying for this shit.
Damn right.
I got to tell you, I love me some indie wrestling.
Ooh, the Wild Man with a forearm puts Bracero down.
There's nothing like it.
Happy with himself now.
You know, this weekend I'm going to be hanging out with your boy QT at 1FW in McDonough, Georgia.
Oh, that's coming up on December 7th, right?
This coming Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Any chance Tony Schiavone's going to appear in the wilderness or no?
Well, I might. It depends on how my Saturday pans out. I just
Oh, that's right. Y'all are on the road this Saturday.
Yeah. How my son?
I guess now feels like a good time. We should promote that this weekend. Adam Priest, friend of the show, is on pay-per-view, the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Final Battle going down in Columbus, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
And I know that, man, there's a lot of big matches announced. Mercedes Moné versus Red Velvet. Lee Moriarty against Nigel McGuinness in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Sammy Guevara and the Beast Mortos against Tommy Billington and Adam Priest. Bandito versus Blake Christian versus the Beast Mortos versus Sammy Guevara versus Commander versus Hechicero. Survival of the Fittest for the Ring of Honor World Championship. So we got Beast and Sammy working double duty. Shane Taylor Promotions taking on Skyflight. Athena going to be in action for the women's world title. And I think even Ricochet is going to be defending the new national title. Is that the way you understand it?
Yes, that's exactly right.
I can't wait to see what's going on there. Of course, this is all going to happen this weekend as a part of GalaxyCon Columbus. And December 5th, Columbus, Ohio. This should be fun.
Should be a lot of fun. And it's going to be, part of back-to-back nights. Collision is going to be there the very next night, part of GalaxyCon. So some great wrestling and a lot of fun. Columbus is a great sports city. Fans don't realize that. It is the home of Ohio State, as we know. They have an NHL team. They had a great AAA baseball team for years, a legendary AAA team, the Clippers. So it's a great city. Really is.
Well, be sure to check out Ring of Honor this weekend. We're still watching the Polynesian Wild Man. I got to look this fellow up. Is it just me or does he look familiar?
Well, he kind of, there's a, you know what he looks like to me, at least from the back, because he's tall and long reach. I won't get the kid's name, but it kind of looks like Haku's son. You know what I'm talking about? The kid that was the IWGP U.S. champion at one time?
You're talking about?
I
can't
remember his name. Just because he's
Tamatanga.
Yeah, Tamatanga. Just because he's tall, like. Yeah, we were telling Haku stories. It seems it doesn't matter where you go in wrestling. There's going to be a Haku story pop up. It's just a legendary guy. And little stop action on the movement here. Of course, this was recorded in SP, as you can tell.
I was going to ask, how can you tell, Tony? How can you tell?
Little tracking problem. Can't beat that. That reminds you of the 80s.
Independent wrestling, Daddy.
Yeah. What do we got the, it looked like we had one of the security guys in the orange shirt tell a fan to set his ass down or something. So you can't get. You know the difference between this referee and Jeff Jones when he refereed?
What's that?
This referee is moving around the ring.
Oh my gosh.
Do we have juice?
Oh, we sure do. He's pouring.
Holy shit, man.
He's pouring blood.
Is this like the opening match and we got juice?
Hey, by the way, I knew he looked familiar. This is the Dark Angel.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, there are some guys here we know now. Look at this. He's getting into it with a fan. The fans, by the way, don't even have a rope between two standards. There's nothing there. There's no safety rail. You know, Jim Crockett Promotions at least one time had a rope. They had this pole stuck in the middle of a tire or a wheel, and then had a rope tied all around. Okay. Oh my God, they're going up top. This guy is a trendsetter. Oh, didn't make it. That may have been the first top rope attempt in wrestling. Holy smokes! It's a combination of the Junkyard Dog and Kamala
And Willie Mack.
and Willie Mack.
Down on top of Bracero, the 2 count, and it's 3. Oh, miscarriage of justice here. No
So
question about it.
Brock says the referee used the name Dark Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Polynesian Wildman, according to Grok, his name is not widely published, aka Grok couldn't figure it out. But he looks awfully familiar. So if you know who the Polynesian, let me see if I can find it. Who was the Polynesian?
Wait a minute. This referee was.
Let's listen.
Bracero has gone berserk. He's not ready to quit yet. He's taking on 3 men. He's bleeding, but he's still fighting.
This is a big guy in there at him too. Look at this.
Well, Sam, we've got quite a situation here. Triple teaming Al Bracero. We need some more help. We need some
Where's it
equalizers
coming from?
here.
Oh, here comes Chris Carter.
And
Calypso Jim.
Now things are a little more even here.
Things are even up now, Terry. I think.
And the Wild Man through the middle rope. And there goes the Wild Man after him. And we have got it all breaking loose here now. 4 or 5 of them going at it.
Look at Chris Carter go crazy. He's saving his friend.
Calypso Jim on the Polynesian Wild Man. Mama Mohammed and Chris Carter going at it. Bracero is in on it. I don't know where Saad disappeared to. Of course, he's injured. He'd best not get too involved. And they're going to fight all the way back to the dressing room.
Ben's Auto sells more cars because they have the finest selection at the lowest prices.
When you're in business successfully for over 40 years, the reason is obvious.
Ben's Auto treats their customers right.
They also buy cars.
Aha, good idea for folks who have a nice car and want to move up to something better. Take advantage of Ben's big selection of late model luxury cars.
It all adds up to a great Ben's deal. Cash for the old car with fast financing available on the new purchase.
You're a credit to Ben's Auto, credit man.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
Well, welcome to the Promoter's Corner. Now, of course, you know that after the last series, our young man, Jerry Larman, got hurt and laid up in the hospital, but I hear he's back in good shape, and we're going to really welcome him back to the show right now. Gee, he's a terrific kid. I really like this kid. He's going places, I want to tell you. So, would you, wait a minute. Hold it. No, it's
You're
not.
darn right he's going places, and you better believe he's recovered, Luce.
No, well, listen, no, this is Promoter's Corner. You're in the wrong place.
No, I'm not in the wrong place.
No?
Because I told you didn't answer me. The kid's recovered.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
sinister minister.
You're not
Sinister
talking about-
Minister.
I'm talking about Jerry Larman Jr. He's out of the hospital, and he just got a personal dose, a doctor's call from the sinister
Where
minister.
is the kid?
Come here, kid.
That's not. This ain't good.
There he is.
This is not dapper Jerry Larman.
That's Jerry Larman Jr.
This is Jerry Larman Jr.?
Hey, kid, give me 5,
What's the matter, kid? Your head's screwed on wrong.
It's the new me. That's right.
The new you, kid.
Quiet, Luce. Who's the best, kid?
The Sinister Minister.
Who's the greatest wrestlers in the world, kid?
The Sinister Minister and his evil clan.
That's right, the evil clan. Do you want to be a member, kid?
I want to be a member. I
Now
see the
listen.
light.
Now listen, you know all the money, everything is in the evil horde. Are you ashamed of the way you used to be?
Absolutely. I'm ashamed.
Are
I
you
want to be with
ashamed of the way
you.
you picked
Does
on
your
me?
dad know how you are?
Don't even talk to him, kid. Ignore him. Fans, you have just seen the greatest, the best transformation in the world. The kid has come to the dark side. He's joined forces with Jason, with Monster Number 2, with all of my evil horde. And we're coming to the arenas. We're coming to get you soon. Take it to the bank. Yeah, kid. You're doing.
And somebody has got the whole world of professional wrestling talking. The WWA is a new addition, the Kentucky Butcher. For many, many years, Yukon Moose Sholak has enjoyed the privilege of being the biggest man in the WWA and possibly the biggest man in wrestling. And now Moose is stymied because yours truly, Dr. Jerry Graham, has had the foresight, knowledge, and wisdom to go out and recruit new talent, to bring new wrestling into the WWA. And one of my newest and most fondest recruits, a man who will surely be the Rookie of the Year in the WWA, the Kentucky Butcher. And Butcher, the people here, I'm sure, want to hear some of your insights on what you think about the North in general and Moose Sholak in particular.
I don't like Yankees and I don't like Sholak. I don't like him. He's too small. I'll whoop him.
In other words, you don't think he's big enough to give you proper competition?
No, he's not.
I don't think he is either, as a matter of fact. In fact, I've been told that down in Harlan, Kentucky, that there's people in kindergarten that are as big as Moose Sholak. Is that,
a guy that don't even graduate from kindergarten tells me that I am nothing. Listen, this guy has been going around dressing rooms around the country telling other wrestlers that he's going to pick up big Yukon Moose Sholak and slam him in the ring. Impossible. Nobody could do that. Well, now listen, punk. You're a punk to me. And when you didn't graduate from kindergarten, you ain't telling me
nothing. Wait a minute.
And your mother should have took you behind the barn with
Wait a minute. I'm trying to conduct an intelligent interview here, and I don't need to listen to your big mouth. I'm going to tell you something. Moose Sholak, this man here, the Kentucky Butcher, could pick up a guy twice your size and slam him. I'm going to tell you something. Kentucky Butcher, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I've been down in Harlan, Kentucky. I heard you were down there. You used to work in the coal mines until you got too big to get into the mines. And then you fought in the Union Wars down there. I mean, everybody knows about bloody Harlan, Kentucky and the Union Wars. Let me ask you this. Whose side did you fight on? Did you fight for the company or did you fight for the unions?
Depending on who wanted to pay me more.
I mean, you'd go back and forth. Whoever had the money, whoever had the bread had the butcher, right?
That's right.
And is this kind of why you came up north now to work for Dr. Graham? Because I laid some bread on you, right?
That's right.
Now, I notice this big mouth. I don't know what he is. This big, let me finish talking. You got a big mouth.
Count $2 in his pocket. What is he? He thinks $2.
Let me tell you something. When you get into the ring, Moose Sholak, you're not going to have a reading and writing contest with the Kentucky Butcher. You're not going to have a money counting contest with the Kentucky. You're going to have an old-fashioned wrestling match, as they say down in bloody Harlan, Kentucky. And this man doesn't look a bit worried, Moose. I mean, I told you on Graham's...
I'm ready for this big Kentucky Butcher. I want to see him slam me. I want to see how big and strong he really is.
Well, the promoters tell us that this match is in the works, and we might see it in the WWA before you know it. Another edition of Graham's Gallery. Thank you.
Okay, listen, we got a lot to unpack right there, Tony.
Oh, God.
First of all, can we agree that was the best car commercial you've ever seen? We just saw Ben's Auto Sales run a commercial. How many cars did they show us, Tony?
0.
How many cars did they talk about, Tony?
0.
What brands did they mention, Tony?
0.
What financing special offers did they mention, Tony?
0.
Like what special pricing did they mention?
Nothing.
What call to action or coupon code did they give us, Tony?
Nothing.
Did they give us the address or the goddamn phone number, Tony?
No, they did not.
Did Bob Luce just take this guy's money and put him in a fucking cape and a mask and say, have at it? What the fuck was that, Tony?
Oh, that's amazing. This Bob Luce guy looks to me like, you remember Paul Harvey that used to be on the radio? He looks like Paul Harvey doing his facial expressions, everything, doing pro wrestling. Well, look how big the Kentucky freaking Butcher is. I could not understand a word that motherfucker was saying.
By the way, his promo was yes, no, that's right. Whoever had the most money. That's the whole segment. The guy holding the stick, stick warmer.
Yeah.
He did all the heavy lifting, and he did it with the darkest sunglasses you've ever seen in your whole life.
Yeah. And he said, let me tell you something 100,000 times.
At least he didn't say daddy afterwards.
Yeah, I know. Only one person can say, let me tell you something.
By the way, when you look at Yukon Moose Sholak, in my head, can Dave Silva pull that gimmick off in time for Halloween? I think he could.
I think he could if Dave would grow some sideburns. Don't you think?
He can do that. He's got to grow the hair out a little bit. Like if Cassio grew his hair out and dyed it out, he could do it.
I think so.
By the way, I want to mention we're about to watch another commercial. I'm not making this up, for Ben's Auto Sale, this time with the Sinister Minister. And then we're going to get a commercial for a one-stop food and liquor store. And if you think we're missing those, you are fucking sadly mistaken, my friend.
Wonder if they're going to give the address to where the store is.
We're watching the actual video here. This show is no longer a second screen experience. We want you to go watch it with us right now at whwmonday.com. You're going to love this footage so much. You're going to go subscribe. You're going to use that promo code Conrad30. You're going to save 30% off. But go start a little appetizer, a little dabble do you at whwmonday.com. I can't wait. This might be the greatest night in the history of our great sport, Tony.
It might be. Who is this guy?
Let's track it.
Oh,
the doctor. Oh, he's got elbow patches. He means business. Everybody knows that.
For heaven's sakes, 580 pounds coming crashing down on you 4 or 5 times. It's no wonder. We're going to see it again.
All right, Moose may have broken his rib.
Well, just so you know, I've hit Megan with this move several times, not broken a rib yet.
Tyler. Knock Tyler down. That was about all they got out of him.
Worst splash ever.
Yeah.
Pushed off of him, too, getting up.
Ben's is gonna love my idea for selling his cars on TV.
I can't wait to hear it.
Get serious, Luce, and listen up. Oh, where can it be that one can find good car deals that blow the mind? Look to the sky and follow his flight. It's the man in red. Watch him alight. Buyers cheer as he circles to land. Many rush forward to offer their hand. This is their hero, Ben's Credit Man.
Poetry from the sinister minister. This is different,
You bet it is, Daddy.
Oh, look to the sky, follow his flight. Hooray for One Stop Food and Liquors, 4301 South Lake Park Avenue. It's our only store named One Stop, 43 years on 43rd Street. Add specials every Thursday in the Sun-Times Food Guide. Open 7 a.m., 7 days a week until 9 p.m. Sundays to 6. Buy now the leanest, freshest, meatiest short ribs of beef for only 99 cents a pound. Absolutely Chicago's lowest price at the Southside's most outstanding supermart, 4301 South Lake Park Avenue. Buy the can, buy the case. Hooray for One Stop. Hooray, hooray for One Stop. Hooray.
Hooray. Listen, is it possible, do you think, that you could do an ad read for AEW and you just start with hooray?
Hooray, hooray, we're coming your way. Hooray, hooray, AEW today. Hi, Tony Schiavone. We can't wait to get to your town. We're going to be in Fishers, Indiana, coming up on Wednesday. Hope you'll be there. If you can't make it there, sure, you can come down to Columbus, Ohio. Hooray, hooray, we'll be there that day. How's that sound?
I like it. Let me see if I can do it. Hooray, hooray. If you own a handgun for self-defense, your storage likely fits into one of two frustrating categories. Hooray, hooray. It's either locked away, meaning it's safe but is out of reach in case of an emergency. Hooray, hooray. Or it's unsecured, leaving it vulnerable for anyone. But hooray, hooray. Stopbox USA solved the problem and designed a groundbreaking solution known as the Stopbox Pro. Hooray, hooray. Hey, serious business. With the Stopbox Pro, you'll never have to choose between security and readiness again. I don't want the sinister minister to have one of these, though. Its ingenious push-button locking system gives you fast, reliable access when every second matters without the hassle of keys or reliance on batteries. It's 100% mechanical, so it works every time. No power needed. It's too late for old Moose Sholak, but there's still time for you. With Stopbox USA, you can finally have both security and readiness, something Schiavone hasn't had as long as he's lived with Lois. The Stopbox Pro's mechanical keyless system allows for fast, secure access without the risk of fumbling for keys when every second counts. It's also battery-free, so you never have to worry about your lock not working. And with the holidays coming up, there's never been a better time to upgrade your home security or give the gift of peace of mind to someone you truly care about. Whether it's your own nightstand or a loved one who takes safety, security, and seriously, well, the Stopbox Pro delivers that perfect balance of both the protection and the preparedness that you really need. I want to mention, too, all these products are made right here in USA in their own facility. That means there's no tariffs to worry about. And in fact, the Stopbox Pro is actually TSA compliant. The holidays just got a little safer and, man, a whole heck of a lot more affordable. Right now, for a limited time only, our listeners are getting a pretty crazy good deal Not only do you get 10% off your entire order when you use the code WHW10 at checkout at StopBoxUSA.com, but they're also giving you a buy one, get one free on their StopBox Pro. That's 10% off and a free StopBox Pro when you use the code WHW10 at StopBoxUSA.com. So, Tony, what we're watching right now, and I can't believe this is real, is this is a part of the 1972 Hall of Fame Classics from Chicago. Bob Luce owns this too. So it's Hans Schmidt, Yukon Moose Scholak, and Baron von Raschke.
Right.
So you do know the Baron.
I do know the Baron. As a matter of fact, it looked to me at first like it was Dick Slater from a distance, but yes, and I know the Baron very well, very, very well. Look.
After the convention, 72, I think they had the Democratic convention, and they used that. Is that about the year?
I really wouldn't know. That was before my time.
Well, in other words, right in there, they had redone the amphitheater for the convention within that span of time. And if you can see in the background, some of the fans you can pick up way up at the top there. They had the special booth where all the ABC, NBC, and CBS crews worked during the national conventions. But now you see, of course, here we're down by the ring. Look at that amphitheater crowd. Oh, boy.
Well, I'll tell you, I was surprised at one thing. I saw that Moose got knocked on the ground a minute or so ago, and that's one of the very few times that I've even seen Moose Scholak on the mat. He usually doesn't go down very often.
Well, listen, let me tell you, this Hans Schmidt was truly one of the greatest of all time, and here you got some rare footage of showing him in action. Let me tell you, the two.
All right, we want to give a shout out. Let's throw some love to Darren Staley, who's with us here live on a Monday night. James El Karai, he's here as well. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Jason Taylor is in the house. I know Bad Money Slim's been representing for us. Bryant's here. Dave McClay is with us. Oh, I can't believe this is real, man. We've got a sellout at the curtain tonight.
How about that?
Megan Nelson is here. Can't believe that.
Wow, we got regular guests here, right? The regular crew, so to speak.
Yeah, we're having fun. We wish you guys would join us and hang out with us. It's there's nothing like watching old crazy wrestling with your friends. Shout out to Brian 2153. He's in the house this evening. And we got a lot of fun folks hanging out in the group chat tonight.
Yeah, I guess coming up on 8 years in January?
Yeah,
for the
is that right? 2017. Holy shit, we're about to be at 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the fuck is right?
Wait, Coach Keith is awake.
No, that's got to be somebody else using Coach Keith's name.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
He's not awake.
Yeah, my bad.
But I was talking about Winston-Salem, and so many people, a lot of them, I mean, a lot, said how much they loved our podcast, and that means a lot.
I think sometimes, we all get guilty of being in our little bubble. And, a lot of times, I think people know this, your time is legitimately consumed with AEW, as it should be. It's your full-time gig. But this is just like a fun Monday night escape. And sometimes I think you and I are having so much fun that we forget, hey, there's a lot of people listening to our silly, stupid shit here.
Right.
And we greatly appreciate you guys being a part of this silly, stupid shit for as long as we have, because they say time flies when you're having fun. It does not feel like it's been 9 years, Tony.
No, it does not. And if you go back and listen to some of the things that we have done, some of the crazy things that we've done, we appreciate, the longtime listeners who have hung with us. And, we've been on Patreon for quite a while. We've got some very loyal people to us, and we appreciate you very much. And again, it's like I've said many times, as we found out with our Top Guy weekends you've had, and of course the Low Key Big Hog, great weekend that we had in Huntsville many years ago. We've developed friendships and a family that we really do take seriously. You guys are our friends. You're our family, and we appreciate you very much. So,
Brian says, time flies when you make so many dick jokes. And boy, you talk about dick jokes. Did we have some of those with our new project we were working on this weekend in Winston-Salem?
Boy, oh boy. I did a Q&A at Winston on Friday.
Oh, how'd that go? My buddy Kevin Gill was there, right?
Yeah, Kevin Gill was the host. Did a great job. And, I was trying to be my usual jovial, funny self. And I probably said a few too many cuss words.
I love it.
That I sometimes I look and I think, should I really cuss this much? Because, I'm an AEW guy. I represent the company. I do go to mass and I do speak at mass. And I'm wondering, well, I guess I'll never be a priest. And I guess I'll never be a deacon, never be able to serve mass because they'll eventually find it. So anyway, got to thinking about that. And, but at the end of it, I said something that was very, very sincere on my part. And this is kind of based on, I saw Billy Bob Thornton. But anyway, I want a visit with the Sinister Minister first.
Yeah, we got to have that. Yeah, I agree.
I think he's having a stroke.
Again,
oh, okay.
In the Sinister Minister's corner. And along with me today is my arch rival, J.D. Bergman. And to show all the fans the power that I have within me, Jerry Larvin Jr. And also Jason and Monster number 2. What do you got to say today, Bergman?
I can understand you. You've been a little far out from the beginning. These guys, well, they're just here today and gone tomorrow. Like most of the guys you take advantage of, you take their money, you collect the contracts, and then throw them out. But Jerry, look, you've been on the show for a couple of months now. We were friends. You're a nice guy. You've got something going. Do you have a headache? What's the problem?
Hang on, kid.
Hey,
Bergman, wait a minute.
Let me talk to him.
Wait, you just wait 1 minute.
Something's wrong here.
You're my guest again. Now you just wait 1 second. I'm tired of messing around. I'm tired of fooling around. Just to show you my power, I brought the kid over to the dark side. Now, kid, tell him, who's the best?
The minister's the best. Sinister Minister is the best.
That's right. Now, what do you think of Jason and Monster number 2?
They're going to crush Calypso and Bruiser. They're great.
One of these. And give him one of those.
Jerry, look, your dad and I have been friends for a long time. I've known you since you've been even younger than you are. Now, something's had... Did he drug you? What's happened here? This is not your style, Jerry.
I'm with the minister now. I'm taking minister rights. I'm with him. He's number 1.
That's right. I'm number 1, Bergman. Now listen, Bergman, I got a story to tell you here.
All right.
These are 2 of the baddest cats in the world behind me. Now, Jason, I brought him from Camp Crystal Lake. And Monster number 2, it's none of your business where I brought him from. Now, kid, I want to have a little demonstration for the fans. Now, kid, listen. I know you're glad to be on the dark side, kid. Now, we're going to give him a little demonstration. Act like a lion.
I hate Bruiser. I hate Calypso.
You see that, fans? You see that? Now I'm going to give you another demonstration of my power.
What is this?
Don't you worry about it, Bergman. This is my show.
This is ridiculous.
This is my show. Now, cameraman, make sure you pick this up. Jason. You see that, fans? And I'm going to give him those signals in the ring to destroy 2 of my most hated enemies, Calypso Jim and Dick the Bruiser. Now watch this, fans. Go back, Daddy. Go back.
Go back, Daddy.
Go back.
Go back to the kitchen, chef.
No.
What is this, hypnosis or what?
Don't worry about it, because you might be next. Monster number 2, get out here, brother. Now, fans, I brought this man in for one reason, because at Aggies and
We'll be back a little later, my
friends. He's
friends.
going to kill people.
That's it. We'll be back a little later.
Give him one of these. Oh, give one of these. Give one of those. That's a good one of these. Give one of those guys.
I shop in Chicago at One Stop, where I buy beer and chitlins by the case. I love their spare ribs by the 30-pound boxes. That is the way I buy. And One Stop sells it at the lowest price.
Thanks, Bo, for that money-saving tip.
Is that
Remember,
Bobo
One Stop
Brazil?
Fans, Chicago's
Yes.
famous food and liquor supermarket.
God
One
bless
location
America.
only, 4301 South Lake Park. 7
God
days a
bless
week.
America.
One stop.
I buy short ribs, 30 pounds.
Cats in
We'll buy.
Chicago Ridge presents Pro Wrestling Monday, July 27th, 8 p.m., featuring Dick the Bruiser versus the Polynesian Wildman, with Sinister Minister managing Wildman. A tag match, Calypso Jim and Moose Cholak versus Golden Lion and Monster Jason, plus a girls match, plus the Beach Boy versus Bounty Hunter. 4 big bouts, Monday, July 27th at the Cats, 10139 South Harlem in Chicago Ridge. Tickets at Cats. You must be 21. Call 423.
Tag Team Championship of the World at stake here. The former champions, Bulldog Don Kidd and Dr. Jerry Graham, to face the leading contenders.
Wait a minute.
By the way,
Spirit of America,
Dr. Jerry
Chris
Graham,
Carter,
if you're curious,
and
that was
Calypso
Vince
Jim.
McMahon's favorite wrestler growing up.
Okay. All
Can
right.
you believe this is really what we're doing right now? I think I speak for all of us when I read what James Elkerai said just 2 minutes ago in our live chat. What in the fuck is this? And then Bad Bunny Slim couldn't wait to tell us still better than Raw.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. However, I can say this. Well, before I can say this, let me ask you, was this on an actual television channel in the Chicagoland area at one time?
Multiples.
Multiples.
Yeah.
They had actually a clearance on a local channel.
That's right.
Hmm.
People loved it, Tony.
Really?
Hugely successful, which is why you know so much about it to this day. Dude, I mean, listen, shout out to Ultimate Classic Wrestling. Go to classicwrestling.net. Use that promo code Conrad30. Save yourself 30% off. There's a lot more of these treasures on that service. I mean, if nothing else, you got to admit it's fucking fun.
It is fun. It's fun to see. Well, it's fun to see independent wrestling.
Dave McClay says, and I think all of us agree, I wish I had taken an edible before we watched this. Because that is the only thing that might actually make it better, an edible.
Yeah. Well, you know, let me take another side of this. These kids are trying.
Absolutely, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony, I don't know if you saw this, but there was some controversy when you guys unveiled the national title. I guess there's people who just hate anything and everything AEW does, and they didn't get that, hey, the title was created way back when by Georgia Championship Wrestling because TBS grew into a superstation, and that little small regional promotion all of a sudden had national television, and they wanted to create a national title to be defended on TBS. Now, last I checked, there's only one wrestling promotion that has their services featured on TBS in 2026, and I thought it made a ton of sense that you would lean into the nostalgia of that wrestling on TBS association, and why not have a belt made by the same folks who made the original television title, WWF World Heavyweight Championship, the AWA tag team titles of the world, and yes, the national title that all had the exact same design, and just throw on the AEW letters and lean into the nostalgia of wrestling on TBS. But some people said, this is a party foul. Another promotion already has a national belt. And I thought, they'll have world belts and tag belts and women's. What are we talking about, Tony? It's kind of silly to me.
It's not silly to me.
Oh, well, okay. There you go. There's your headline for 411 Fuck Sheet.
No.
Tony Schiavone says, fuck the national title.
No, I did not say that. It's not silly to me to hear these people bitch about this because these people are worthless.
Oh, there you go. That's the hook I was looking for.
There you go.
Tony Schiavone calls AEW haters worthless. That's the headline for
Not all of them.
Oh, you like some of the haters. Tell us your favorite AEW hater.
Let me see. Probably Adam DeMoy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lois.
She better not hate it.
What does she like?
What does she like? Facebook.
I was going to say it's a shorter list if you list off things she likes.
Spending money on the kids for Christmas or for the grandkids for Christmas.
Well, the grandkids don't listen, so thank God. By the way, we'd have to clean this show up a lot. What are the grandkids getting for Christmas this year? Or will you be as surprised as they are when they open that shit?
No, I won't be as surprised because I've been, my wife and I have been talking about this together, but I'm not going to tell you what my grandkids are going to get for Christmas. Are you looking for shit to talk about tonight? What's going on?
Nah, my bad, bud. I was just trying to, show a lighter side of you. You're always on here talking about cock and balls and poop jokes and stuff. And I just thought, let's talk about Grandpa Tony. And you're like, nah, fuck, whore, come, shit.
Tried to get, I tried to get a brand new shoe from Sneakers.
Try getting a pair of them shits. See if you like it.
Okay.
Easier if you get them at the same time.
Yeah. Anyway, didn't get it. It dropped at 10 a.m. on Friday. Pulled over on the side of the road as I'm driving to Nashville.
Oh, God, Tony.
Okay. 10 a.m. came. I hit buy. Didn't get it.
Do you realize that you're a celebrity? Do you know that?
Okay. It was $250.
Wait, we got to listen to this. Hang on. What is this?
347 Division Street in Posen, 1 block west of Western on 144th Street. Open 2 to 2 daily, 2 to 3 on weekends. You just can't beat Aggies, where good friends and games come together. 14347 Division Street in Posen. Stop by any day. Aggies always there to pour your drink. Banquet rooms available. Join our beach party and luau August 1st. Call 388-9529. Welcome to the Yamaha Performance Center, 9800 Southwest Highway in Oak Lawn, featuring world favorites like this Yamaha FZ600S for only $99.50 a month, or this XV920K for $77.53 a month. Full service parts and accessories at the Performance Center, plus the new Yamaha Wave Runner. The Performance Center open 10 a.m. 6 days a week, closed Wednesday. 9800 Southwest Highway in Oak Lawn. Call 636-9520. We add excitement to your life. Hey, Chicago barbecuers, it's barbecue time. Time to visit the Barbecue King of Chicago. One Stop all summer long. One Stop will be featuring the lowest prices on lean ribs, rib tips, beer, charcoal, barbecue sauce, pickles, potato chips, all the good things you need for a super barbecue cookout. Check One Stop's lower prices on chicken wings, chicken legs, and whole fryers. Check this week's lower prices in the Sun-Times. Then get on over to One Stop, the Barbecue King of Chicago. One Stop open 7 a.m., 7 days a week, fans. Aggies in Posen presents Pro Wrestling Thursday, August 6th, 8 p.m., featuring Dick the Bruiser and Calypso Jim in a tag match versus Polynesian Wildman and Golden Lion, managed by Sinister Minister, plus Yukon Cholak versus Monster Jason and Monster Number 2 versus the Beach Boy, with Sinister Minister managing both monsters, plus a special opening grudge match, Calypso Jim versus the Golden Lion. 4 big bouts Thursday, August 6th at Aggies in Posen.
Hey, just in time for the holidays, what if you didn't have to worry about any of that credit card debt? If you're feeling stuck making the minimum payments and you don't want to have to put Christmas on a credit card, we can help at savewithconrad.com. We routinely help our listeners save hundreds of dollars a month. Find out how much money you can save right now for free at savewithconrad.com.
It's at Aggies. Call 388.
So, yeah, listen, we had to take a break for the commercials, but I didn't mean to cut you off.
What are we talking about? I can't even remember now. I was so excited to see
and not getting your goddamn shoes, and you're a celebrity and you shouldn't have to do all this.
I don't care. I enjoy it. I enjoy trying to get these shoes. I didn't get it. They cost $250 in the Sneakers, and now they're on sale for like $1,000 on the other markets. So there you go. Disappointing Friday, but I made up for it. Had a great Friday at Starrcade. Did they just take a break in the middle of the match?
Yeah, everybody does that, buddy. Yeah, they didn't have picture in a picture. What do you think they got?
Well, I was waiting for picture in a picture. What the hell?
Well, it didn't exist back then, bud.
Well, they could have been ahead of its time.
On an independent show? Have
Absolutely.
you seen this show?
Well, yes, I've seen this show.
And you felt like they had it in the budget?
You never know. Sometimes these independent promotions just will surprise you.
All right.
Kind of like this podcast. At times, it'll surprise you.
And actually be good. every now and again. It's not often, but every now and again.
It'll surprise you.
Hey, you were mentioning Christmas presents. Do you remember the best Christmas present you ever got as a kid? Like your absolute favorite, whether it was from your parents or Santa Claus or whoever arranged it for you. Was there one favorite Christmas present as a young Anthony?
Yeah. It was I may have mentioned this years ago on this podcast. It was a football game.
I remember this. Yes.
Yeah, it's called Pro Bowl or All Pro Live Action Football. It was so great that about 10 years ago, I found one on eBay and bought it and put it in an airtight, like one of these gigantic Tupperware type containers.
Yep.
So it will never go bad. I mean, it's just, and I don't play it. I have it downstairs and I just look at it now and then go, there it is. It was great. Used to put the running back on a little wind up thing and get behind the line and let him go. It was so big you had to play it on the floor. And then on defense, you had two linebackers on wheels and you tried to.
There's two listed on eBay right now. 1969. Does that sound right to you?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We want to know from you guys listening. I think a lot of our listeners are my age. Like Brian F. says, Castle Grayskull. I had that too. I think a lot of kids my age grew up with, Transformers or G.I. Joes or He-Man or obviously wrestling action figures. Did you ever have a G.I. Joe? Back in your day, they were like the size of the modern day Barbie dolls, right?
Right. I had three of them. I had the Air Force guy was in like a orange jumpsuit, I believe. And then I had the Navy guy and the Army guy. I believe I had three of them, but I definitely remember the Air Force guy in an orange jumpsuit. Did you find that online anywhere?
Yeah, I have had that.
Yeah. Yeah, I had those G.I. Joes. And then I had, most of the stuff I had was based on sports, a lot of football games, really loved football back then. But I can't remember. I had this one game where you had this batter. It was real tall and you put the ball on a tee and you'd push him and he'd swing, you would hit it. And the ball was almost the size of a ping pong ball. And then you could hit it various places in a baseball game. Then I had this one guy, it looked like a putter, but it was a little golfer on the end of it. And you would pull the trigger and the golfer would swing and hit the ball. I had that one too. So yeah, most of my stuff was based on sports back then. Remember getting a bicycle. I remember getting a Batman Batarang. As a matter of fact, there is a video that I think I can scrape up of me with my Batman Batarang in the living room acting like a fucking idiot.
Man, I would love to see that. And if you can secure that, do you think we could show that before Christmas this year here on What Happened When?
Yes, I think we could. Then
hypothetically, have you gotten an early Christmas present? Maybe this past week in Nashville?
Yes, I did. It's worth showing here.
Well, Silva, as voice of God here, can you tell us how many more minutes we have left in the playback here on the program?
We have about 6 minutes.
Okay. Let's wait.
Coming up in about 6 minutes, we're going to go full screen and we're going to show you one of Tony's very first Christmas presents this season. James Elkrai says the Power Rangers was the GOAT when I was a kid. I have a lot of their toys. Coach Keith, he's older than fuck all. He says he had G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip.
Okay.
James Elkrai also wants to know, did Tony ever get a Red Ryder BB gun as a kid?
I did get a BB gun.
Wait, look at this. Let's take a listen.
Field, and into that cage they put Blackjack Lanza and Mulligan, for they were not good but bad. And into that cage they brought Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher, the healers. Come forth, you healers. And they did come forth. And what happened was they put their hands all over Lanza and Mulligan and made them born again.
So here we go. This is Blackjack Lanza and Blackjack Mulligan from
Wow.
1972, taking on Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher.
Wow.
So this is from the Hall of Fame Film Library, his 1972 Chicago Classics. Hey, this is kind of cool to see old school Blackjack Lanza and Blackjack Mulligan, isn't it?
Absolutely. The Blackjacks. I remember reading about the Blackjacks in what we called the after magazines back then. The Wrestler and Pro Wrestling Illustrated, PWI, which is what it became. They were big in AWA, and then Blackjack came to the Mid-Atlantic and became one of the great stars. And of course, everybody who worked in the WWE for decades knew of Blackjack Lanza, one of the great producers, coaches, agents, whatever you want to call them.
They had 12,000 people here for this one. This is a $100,000 gate at Soldier Field in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Rene Goulet beat or went to a draw with Don Morocco.
Is that Heenan? That is Heenan.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he was the manager of the Blackjacks, of course.
And Joe Walcott is the referee in this one. Right before this, we saw the AWA World Champ Vern Gagne beat Ivan Koloff in 3 falls. And then we saw the AWA Tag Champs Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens beat Billy Robinson and Wilbur Schneider.
Holy smokes, what a card.
Dusty Rhodes beat Wahoo McDaniel.
Jesus.
Andre beat Larry Henning and Butcher Vachon in a handicap match. Baron Von Raschke beat Billy Red Cloud. Bobo Johnson beat Little Bruiser. And Art Thomas beat Hans Harmon. This is a loaded-ass card from Soldier Field in 1972. Some really rare old-school footage. If you love the history of pro wrestling, you got to go check out WHWMonday.com. See some of this. I think you'll want to check out ClassicWrestling.net.
There's some good stuff here, man. So this had to be. This is from the Hall of Fame library.
Well, I think that's just what Bob was calling it. He was able to get this old footage and was like, how do I show shit that's 15 years old?
Yeah.
So we'll just call it the Hall of Fame library.
But it really, in reality, this had to be the Gagne's footage. Vern Gagne's footage.
Yeah, it was probably something that he promoted. Again, Bob was a promoter for the AWA.
Okay.
In Vern. So I'm sure whoever was the promoter that night technically owned it, because I don't think this was something that was shot for television. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know how George Pantis has like some 8mm film? Like, I don't think we're seeing like a full broadcast version here because there's lots of jump cuts.
Right. How about interesting that Heenan, the manager, was allowed in the cage?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
That is weird. That's kind of unique.
What do you think about WWE doing War Games this past weekend? I know you didn't have a chance to see it, but it feels like, you know, Blood and Guts just happened in AEW, and then War Games happened in WWE. Are cage matches coming back in wrestling, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think very much so. And it was always the way to blow off a feud. When you said that the WWE had War Games, I'm going to tell you, I didn't even know that until you told me just now. So. And
Tony and Conrad, does this shot not show the cage better than angles today? It seems like today you always see the cage, but this has a better view from the outside. It doesn't seem as blocked. What do you think?
Well, it's a different type cage. There goes Heenan. The cage today is a little bit more.
Heenan's going to come up with a crimson mask, right?
Yes, he is. The cage today is bigger and more solid. But these are some pretty good shots. But I can't say it's better than what we see today, because today we have just so many different camera angles.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's get back to that El Karai. Did you ever get a Red Ryder BB gun as a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Did you shoot your eye out?
No, I did not, but I shot a lot of things. Oh, here's the goodbye.
Incorporated, in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated. For Dick the Bruiser and all the monsters of the mat, I invite you back next Saturday night after midnight at 12:30 for more fun and blood here on Channel 26. Join us. If you dare.
Let me ask you, Tony. Real deal.
Yeah.
How many sober people watched this program in 87? Because it
Well,
feels like it was required that you be several beers or one good doobie in before you watch this.
Yeah, midnight on Saturday. One would think that would be the time, right? I like the goodbye. Join us next week for more blood and fun. That's how we should have signed off Blood and Guts.
People are asking, did this air at 12:30 in the morning? Yes, it did. It was a time buy, surprise. But Tony, speaking of a buy, this past week in Nashville, you received your very first Christmas present.
My first, Conrad, it came from Jim Valley, who we all know and love. And Jim, I credit Jim when I did that sit-down interview years ago at the Mid-Atlantic Convention. Sat down and did that interview and was kind of unlike Tony Schiavone that you had known, and you were in the audience, and it kind of started the podcast, which kind of got me back in, which did get me back into wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So I have as you know, we both have a place in our heart for Jim Valley. Yep. And Jim, has battled for some health problems, but he was in Nashville the other night with, it was a group of 5 of them. And he says, I got something for you. I got a present for you. And I said, wow. He said, I know you're a Batman fan. I said, yes. He said, so I was at Dubai and I got this Batman figure that you're not going to believe. So here it is. It's Batman, as you can see right here. Right? Batman.
I got it. I see it. Batman.
All right. But here's what you are not expecting.
Wait, Tony, that says Avengers.
Batman is an Avenger. Now, the Avengers are Marvel, and Batman is classic DC. This says where it should say Marvel right here. It says classic. Titan Hero Tech. And just to make sure that nobody is confused, there's our boy Batman with all the Avengers on the back. And if you push the button, yes, you're not hearing things. That's the voice of Captain America in a Batman that you can only get in Dubai. That it meant a lot to me because it was from Jim, but yes. Is this not one of the coolest things ever? I bet you there are not many people in the world that have this, or at least in the United States that have this.
Not legally. That's for sure.
Not legally. Batman, Titan Hero Tech. And there he is as an Avenger. And there he is on the side as an Avenger.
Man, between Monsters of the Mat and Batman joining the Avengers tonight, Tony, I feel like we've seen it all. But right now, sadly, it looks like it's about that time.
Hit the music, Dave. Christmas, why not get him a wide lip Gatorade? Yes, sir. We're not talking about the drink. Nope, we're talking about the bottle. Yes, sir. If your redneck friend, gets a wide lip Gatorade full of Gatorade, he'll just pour it out. Why? So he can pee-pee in it. That's right. On them long road trips while running his mouth to tick people off as he does, he'll pee-pee in that wide lip Gatorade bottle. Never mind that he'll ask you to stop 100 times on the trip to get beef jerky, pork skins, or a Keystone Light. You'll still want to pee-pee in that wide lip Gatorade bottle. The wide lip Gatorade bottle, the container of choice for redneck from Virginia, Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Louisiana, and of washed-up comedians everywhere. It's the wide lip Gatorade bottle, available at recycling bins worldwide. Fans, be sure to join us each and every Wednesday on the LibSim Podcasting Network. But Monday, since we're desperately out of time, I want to tell you we come to you on...
But Patreon, patreon.com/WHW Monday. And of course, adfreeshows.com. All right, real quick, I want to remind everybody, especially this time of year, did you know at savewithconrad.com you can skip your next 2 house payments? That's right. You'll get a cheaper monthly payment and no payments until next year. How about a little Christmas vacation from house payments? That's right. No payments in November or December at savewithconrad.com.